annual Military Appreciation Night here at Larks Park, as we are honoring all active, reserve, and retired military personnel for their dedication to this great nation of ours. As we begin tonight's pregame ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome former Kansas State Senator Mr. Alan Schmidt.
Thank you. I want to quote a few words from General MacArthur tonight. I spoke at the Memorial Cemetery in Waukene and used these words there, and they're just forever words. Duty, honor, country. These are words memorialized by General MacArthur in a speech to West Point cadets in 1992. If you've never read it, it's worth going and reading, especially in these days. MacArthur said, "Unbelievers, demagogues, critics, cynics will say that these are mere words, nothing but a slogan or flamboyant phrase. But these words are rallying points to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith, to create hope when hope seems so far away." To me, these words and their meanings ring as loud as ever in the void and vacuum of truth, integrity, and honor that seem to be so lacking in our world today. But let me say this, not here, because you're here and you support these veterans. Behind me you see a legacy of service to our country. I want to highlight the three veterans on the pitcher's mound. If you've been here for many years, we had a big circle around this pitcher's mound. We have three World War II veterans sitting here. Ken will announce them again, but I want to highlight that we have Don Bickle, would be to your left, Navy veteran, 94 years old. Bob Piper, Bob Piper, 95 Army, sitting next to Don. And then Dan Hoffman. Dan Hoffman is 99, folks. He's a Navy veteran. There they go. I'm going to stand up for you. So that's not all. You see some empty chairs. We have a few veterans that couldn't make it tonight. Al Dreiling is 101 years old. He's an Army veteran. Warren Hall, 101 years, Navy veteran. Eris Johnson, 100 years old, Army veteran. And Maynard Evans, 101 years old, Navy veteran. They would be here tonight if they could get here. So I want to repeat those words from MacArthur. Duty, honor, country. That's what you see on this field tonight, and I know it's in your hearts. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kansas State Senator and retired Army Colonel Alan Schmidt. Thank you, Alan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize the veterans on the field who have joined us this evening. Colonel Schmidt has just introduced the World War II veterans. These are the gentlemen and ladies from the Navy. Please welcome Don Bickle, Don Hoffman, Fred Weilert, David Tolkus, Philip Billinger, Chuck Hutchison, Curtis Dinus, Vic Munch, and Joe Strite. Air Force veterans Mike O'Gara, Gary Albright, Berlin Shoemaker, John Hendricks, Crystal Hendricks, Gary Wentling, Joe Crutchen, Randy Von Felt, Mary Jo Von Felt. Representing the Marines, Ray Carline, Dan Dishner, and Darren Guy. And representing the United States Army, Harvey Jansonius, Bill Staub, Chris Stegman, Marvin Fisher, Ken Richmeyer, Morris Hurl, Peter Unrein, Richard Holmes, Jim Murphy, Alan Schmidt, Stan Dreiling, Whit Leiker, Eldon Gregg, Virgil Weigel, Vicki Albright, Dave Stanley, Tim Gold, Darlene Arnold, Bruce Arnold, Leon Shoemaker, Al Pfeiffer, Dennis Riedel, Roger Hanhart, Ken Dinkle, Tom Staub, John Taylor, Tim Schmidt, Ryan Lutz, Hans Cathers, Marvin Biddle, Jim Rothy, Bob Pfeiffer, Kevin J. Brown, Darren Guy, Kelly Gable, Leon Bright, Ed Steno, Tim Wassinger, Stan Munch, and Bob Behrens. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of these outstanding men and women, the veterans to whom we owe so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we observe a moment of silence for those who are unable to join us this evening. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of our desire to honor and thank our armed service veterans, the Larks players have presented each of them with a star from an organization known as StarsForOurTroops.org. Each star was once part of an American flag. Each one is wrapped in the following words, which we believe convey our respect and our gratitude to these outstanding individuals for their service to our country. Each star reads, "I am part of our American flag that has flown over the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and winds caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten." Veterans, please accept those stars as tokens of our deep gratitude for your service and sacrifice to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Uncalled For with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare was bursting in the air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the
ladies and gentlemen, uncalled for, and tonight's national anthem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
what we do here is go back.
Leading off and playing second base from the University of Texas at Arlington, number 6, Hunter Ralston. Second, the third baseman from the University of Tennessee, number 3, Austin Jaslov. Third, playing right field from Hutchinson Community College, number 1, Jack Tarosian. Batting fourth and catching from Murray State Community College, number 7, Brady Evans. Fifth, the designated hitter from Seminole University, number 5, Jackson Halter. Larks from East Tennessee State, the center fielder, number 8, Leo Jimian. And the left fielder from the University of Oklahoma, number 23, Braden Lukert. Tonight's beverage batter from the University of Oklahoma, batting 8th, the first baseman, number 28, Cade Brown. The shortstop from Arizona Western College, number 4, Ben Firenze. The mound from the Larks from the University of New Mexico, number 31, Ben Baker Livingston.
Where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! For the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 3 of the 2022 Hayes Larks season. It's game 1 of 2 against the Boulder Collegians, both games in Hayes. Your Larks going to this game 1-1 on the season, splitting the series against Great Bend. It's Ben Baker Livingston on the mound for the Larks, 6'2" freshman from New Mexico. Starts off the day with 2 strikes against Adam Moser. Moser, the center fielder, leading things off for the Boulder Collegians. Moser, an outfielder from Eastern Oklahoma State. He will go down. 1 up, 1 down to get things going for Ben Baker Livingston and the Hayes Larks.
The right fielder, number 4,
So they'll bring Jackson Woolwine to the dish. He's the right fielder in the 2-hole. This one chopped up the middle, goes right past Baker Livingston and into center field for a one-pitch base hit for the right fielder. Military Appreciation Night here at Larks Park. So Larks sporting their camo jerseys, the white lettering on it, same blue caps and white pants as normal.
The shortstop, number 2, Ernie Arambula.
One away, runner at first base after the single from Woolwine. These two teams familiar with each other. It's a non-conference game. They've seen each other a lot over the past few years in non-conference games. One away, this one chopped to the left side. Ben Baker Livingston off the mound makes a nice throw across the diamond to Cade Brown in time. Good agility to get off the mound quick and get to that one. In the meantime, Woolwine moves up 90 feet to second base.
Now batting for the Collegians, the catcher, number 23, Matt Farrell.
3 up for Boulder Collegians. 1 strikeout and 1 single and a ground out. First delivery is an off-speed to Matt Farron, the catcher in the cleanup spot. He swings and chases one. No contact, no balls, and a strike. So the catcher from San Francisco State. Hunter Rawson, the second baseman tonight for the Larks, creeping towards the bag to keep Woolwine from thinking about taking any risk with his lead. Inside delivery from Baker Livingston will miss his own 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away, runner in scoring position. Baker Livingston, originally from Richardson, Texas, before he committed to New Mexico and took his talents to the Lobos. One of 2 Lobos on the roster, along with other Larks pitcher Cam Walton. 1-1 delivery from Baker Livingston will miss low, 2-1. This past year for New Mexico, Baker Livingston, 12 appearances, 2 of them starts, 10 in relief, went 2-1, striking out 18 guys with the course of 22 2/3. He'll go from the stretch. The 2-1 delivery just catches the inside part of the plate. Good frame from Evans and great location from Baker Livingston. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Do it for the Larks in the bottom half of this inning. Hunter Rawson, Austin Jaslove, and Jack Terosian. Baker Livingston delivers off speed. Evans wants to throw down to second. It'll roll all the way to Hunter Rawson, sliding back in safely as Woolwine. Evans did that in the College World Series in the JUCO ranks this past year. Got a guy kind of no man's land between second and third after a pitch and threw him out, gunned him down. Evans threw out 15 guys behind the plate this year at Murray State. Payoff pitch from Baker Livingston, grounded the second baseman Rawson. He moves to his left and throws to first in time. Collegians bring 4 to the plate, get 1 hit, but Baker Livingston strikes out 1 and takes us to the bottom half of the first. No score here in Hays, Kansas. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Bottom of the first we go. Hunter Rosson will lead things off for the Larks. Sees one pitch, pops it up over to the right side of the infield. Woolwine will get called off by Silva, the second baseman. And Hunter Rosson down on one pitch. It's Mickey Radunovich on the mound for Boulder. Righty out of San Francisco State. So 1 up, 1 down. Takes us to Austin Jaslove. 3 games for the Larks this season, and he's played in all of them. Seen action at shortstop, and today he's getting the start at third base. Sees one pitch, cranks it to left field deep. Souvenirs at the warning track. He won't be able to make a play on it. It drops on the dirt, and Austin Jaslove has his second double as a Lark. Jaslove, I've said it before, but when he hits the ball, it sounds great off the bat. That one reminded me a lot of the one he hit in Great Bend, where it looked like it was going to be a home run to left field, and it drops on the warning track for a double. So we go to Jack Tarosian batting third for the second straight game. Tarosian this season 4 for 6. All 4 hits are singles. He scored 3 times and driven in 1. One away, runner in scoring position outside on the off speed from Radunovich. The 1-0 inside to Tarosian. Larks won 8-0 yesterday against Great Bend after dropping game 1 of the season on the road in Great Bend. And that game, Tarosian yesterday, 1 for 2, but he scored 2 times and was hit by a pitch. 2 different times. 2-0 to Tarosian outside, in the Hutchinson Blue Dragon will probably be taken all the way here. On deck for the Larks, Brady Evans with Jackson Halter in the hole. Dunovich from the stretch, the 3-0 delivery over the outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Past few days, the Larks have been kind of rotating pitchers, getting a feel for everybody on the mound, and nobody's gone more than 3 innings, and there's already an arm up in the pen for the Larks. It looks like Sam Hendon out of Central Alabama. So we'll see how long the Larks ride Ben Baker Livingston. This one taking the opposite side of the field. It goes between Velton and Arumbala. And Jack Tarosian has 5 hits and 7 at-bats as a Lark, and he puts runners on the corners with 1 away. And it brings up a very dangerous bat in Brady Evans. Evans is soon-to-be Riverhawk at Northeastern State. He's playing in his second year at the Larks. He picked up 20 RBIs last year at the plate over the course of 26 hits in 24 games, while he batted .371. Tarosian's taken off, and we won't even get a throw from Farron. He double clutches and looks Jaslove back to third. Double play is out of the order now, and Larks have 2 in scoring position. Tarosian's been aggressive all season, and he steals another base right there. He's currently leading the team with stolen bases with 4. After that one, he's only a Lark with multiple stolen bases. This delivery to Evans will miss low. Scoreboard at Larks Park reads a 1-0 counts, but it's incorrect. We've had 2 pitches here to Evans. Clean-up catcher. Dunovich gets sets, goes from the stretch. This delivery, a slider, runs outside for the second ball to AB. 2-1. Hunter Austin started this inning out, popping out to Silva at second base. Then Jaslove had a deep double to left field. Tarosian single to left field. Now we're at Evans trying to bring those 2 guys home. 2-1 delivery off the turf, 3-1. Evans holds out his left hand to tell Jaslove to stay at third. Notice that catchers seem to have a greater habit of doing that than any other position on the field. Evans does it quite a bit, and Tyler LaRue does it a ton to make sure guys know to stay where they're at, and I think that just comes with an instinct of being a catcher and seeing the ball on the turf. 3-1 delivery. This one's off the turf, and it'll be a 5-pitch walk for Brady Evans, and it loads the bases. A double, a single, and a walk for the last 3 Larks. Evans walked 12 times last year. Picks up walk number 2 of 2022. Bases jacked. Jackson Halter to the dish, the DH, out of Seminole State. Halter made his Larks debut yesterday and had a great game, going 2 for 4 while also scoring a run. One of those hits was a double. Chops this one over to the first base coach, Andy Luton, in foul territory. Runnels will retreat back to third, second, and first. Halter, a Texas native, originally committed to Texas Tech in high school before deciding to go to Seminole State. Played in 29 games for the Trojans there. Stole 5 bases and drove in 18. Throws right-handed, but is one of those guys that bats opposite, bats left-handed, digs into the left-hander's batter's box and watches pitch number 2 get called for strike 2. Radonovich has only thrown 13 pitches to these 5 batters because Jaslov doubled on 1 pitch and Rawson popped out on 1 pitch. But Evans worked 5 pitches in his AB. And Halter working some here. This one gets away from Farron. He loses it for a while. Jaslov stays at third. We'll go 1-2 with the counts. Halter stands at 5-10. And calls time. Get readjusted and get ready to protect the plate. The 1-2 to Halter. Off speed way outside. No swing. We'll go 2-2 with the counts. Halter again. Big contributor in yesterday's game. The Larks put up 8 runs. They put up 4 in the 8th inning and 3 in the 1st inning. Dylan Drowley had a monster 3-run home run that was big time. It was the first home run of the season for the Larks, who hit a ton of home runs last year. Last year the team hit a combined 55 home runs. Halter fouls this one over the Larks fan pavilion and dugout and out of the park. 2-2. Radonovich will have to step off the rubber. Halter calls time again. Nobody keeping the Larks on base so they can kind of push their lead on the base paths. And now it's going to be Radonovich that calls time this time. Makes a motion to Farron to come out to talk to him, and Farron stays put. Radonovich back to the mound. Slight breeze moving in from left center here in Hays, Kansas. Other than that, a great day to be at the ballpark. And we will get time. Radonovich didn't call out Farron this time, but this time Farron will go out on his own to talk to his pitcher. Some miscommunication going on, and Radonovich looks frustrated with it. So we'll see if Halter can take advantage of it. Count still stands 2-2. Bases loaded, bottom of the first. No score here at Larks Park in north central Kansas. Radonovich delivers the 2-2 outside, missing the low corner. So we'll get a full count and a payoff pitch. Halter working Radonovich's pitch count quickly here. Payoff delivery. It'll miss low. Back-to-back walks for the Larks, and Radonovich walks in a run. Jaslov will try 90 feet from third and score a run. Halter picks up an RBI. And we'll get a quick mound visit from Tony Rucco. For Jackson Halter, that is his first RBI as a Lark, and Austin Jaslov scores his second run as a Lark. Bases still loaded. Larks take a 1-0 lead. Really, other than the pop out, couldn't start better than this. It's Terosian at third, Evans at second, Halter at first base, as Boulder makes their mound visit. It'll be Leo Geminian when the visit's over. Quick meeting, and we'll be ready to go with Leo Geminian. Leo only played in one game so far. It was yesterday. He went 0 for 4, very uncharacteristic for the French outfielder. We'll look to get at least one home in this AB. For just a third of an inning, Radonovich pitch counts at 19. First delivered to Geminian, he misses again on the zone, 1-0. The 1-0 home, Geminian thinks about it, and will watch it catch the zone, 1-1. Radonovich, a Martinez, California native, is a righty, freshman at San Francisco State, a D2 school out in Cali. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. Didn't play this year for San Francisco State in the RMAC conference. Inside delivery, 3-1. Larks doing a good job of working counts now. Radonovich, since that pop out, allowed 4 straight base runners on 2 walks, a single and a double. 3-1, Leo wanted to do something with the hitter's count and was a little too excited on that one. Swings above it, 3-2. 2 straight batters work full counts for the Larks. Payoff pitch, Geminian rips it right at the third baseman, Veltine, who snow cones it and saves a run from scoring from third and gets out number 2. Well struck, but just right at Veltine.
From the University of Oklahoma, the left fielder, number 23,
Braden Lukert, the 7th hitter of the inning. 6-foot freshman, originally from St. Joseph, Missouri, plays for the Oklahoma Sooners and will look to move some guys. Terosian at third, Evans at second, Halter still at first. First delivery here to Lukert, catches the high outside corner, no balls and a strike to the Sooner. Lukart's first game appearing in the field, pitched on Thursday and then had yesterday off. The 0-1 catches the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Crowd not happy with home plate umpire Randy Jordan's call right there. Lukart's family made the trip from St. Joseph, Missouri. They're here in Hayes to watch their son play. The lefty digs into the left-hander's batter's box, and the 0-2 curveball outside, 1-2. Radonovich has settled down since the 2 walks. Throws the 1-2 and gets Lukert to swing above one with his timing off. Larks leave the bases loaded. Had them loaded with only 1 away, but only get 1 run from it on the Brady Evans walk. They'll leave 3 on base, score 1, and take us to the second inning. Hayes 1, Boulder nothing. Top of the second here in Hayes, Kansas. Ben Baker Livingston returns to the rubber. He'll face Connor Pulowski to lead things off. Pulowski. First delivery, called strike, 0-1. Pulowski a DH from Chico State. Check swing here, it'll drop low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Baker Livingston faced 4 in the first, allowed 1 hit and struck out 1. They left that runner at second base. 1-1 delivery from the Lobo. Swing and a miss. Pulowski chases one outside. 1-2. Check out the Larks defensive alignment here after this AB. The 1-2. Off speed chop to the left side. Jaslove moves him from third. Crow hops the throw to first. It's going to be wild, but Cade Brown hops for it. Gets pulled off the bag, but does prevent an error. And the ball from going to the fence and extra bases. Let's take a look around the defensive alignment for the Larks. In the outfield from left to right, Lucar, Jeminian, and Tarosian. Jaslove in the hot corner, Ferenzi at short. Cade Brown at first, Hunter Rawson at second, Jackson Halter behind the dish. Should be Brady Evans behind the dish, not Halter. Swing and a miss on the first delivery to Velteen. 0-1 count. That one ruled an error in E5. Line drive to the right side. It'll go to right field to Tarosian. Drop for a single. Second hit of the game for Boulder. Pulowski moves to second.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Andrew Silva.
Hendon appears to be done warming up in the pen. Seventh hitter of the game for Boulder. Andrew Silva, the second baseman. Another San Francisco State guy. Swan line to the backstop, 0-1. Still no outs here in the second. The 0-1 from Baker Livingston. Nice pitch, fastball in the zone, called strike 2. Baker Livingston gets set, goes from the stretch. The 0-2, horrible swing from Silvas, and Baker Livingston gets his second strikeout of the game. Good way to respond for Baker Livingston after the error in the single. One away in the top of the second. Hayes up 1-0 against Boulder. As I mentioned, these two teams familiar with each other. They played last year on June 22nd here at Larks Park. Larks won 10-4. Ground ball over the right side goes to Cade Brown. He'll tag the bag himself, but Pulaski and Velteen move up 90 feet to in scoring position with 2 outs after the ground out to the first baseman.
The Collegians' first baseman, number 16.
Bottom of the order,
Nathan Stafford.
as we go to Derek Woolwine, the first baseman. Woolwine, one of 2 Woolwines on the roster. Derek goes to Northeast Community College. As I mentioned, Larks won the first game against Boulder last year, 10-4. Then the next day, Boulder got the advantage of the Larks, winning 11-5. Two teams wouldn't meet again until July. On the 3rd, the Larks run-rolled Boulder at their own field, 16-6. And the next day, a little bit of a closer game. Larks still came out on top, winning 7-6 and getting the season series win over Boulder 3-1. And that game at Larks Park on the 22nd, when the Larks put up 10 runs, Palmer Hutchison for the Larks had a 3-hit ball game. He's not in the order tonight. Cade Brown played in that game, scored 4 times, walked twice, and got 2 hits. Jemanian also in that game, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a run driven in. The 1-2. Missed the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the top of the second. 2 in scoring position for Boulder. Do it for the Larks in the second inning. Brown for Renzi and Rossin. After the Lookout strikeout ended the first. Swing and a miss here. Baker Livingston gets his 3rd strikeout as a Lark and will end the top of the second inning. 2 strikeouts in this inning after 2 leadoff base runners. Baker Livingston gets 3 straight outs and takes us to the bottom half. Hayes up 1-0 on Larks Network.
Tonight's 8th Street Liquor Beverage batter from the University of Oklahoma, the first baseman, Cade Brown.
Game 1 and 2 against Boulder, and we're in the bottom of the second inning. Cade Brown will lead things off for Hayes. Cade, the 8th hitter of the game for the Larks. First baseman out of OU, looking to get things going in the second. Down the count, no balls and 1 strikes against Radonovich. No balls, 1 strike. Now becomes a 1-1 count. Cade had the day off from hitting yesterday, but did pitch. He threw 1 inning, striking out 1. It was a 14 strikeout game for the Larks. Cam Walton led the way with 5, and then Heron Marshall followed up with 2 apiece. And then Echeverria struck out the side in the 9th inning. Cade Brown rips one up the middle for a leadoff single and makes every fan at Larks Park happy, and they're already moving to the fan pavilion as he's the beverage batter.
The 8th Street Liquor and Cade Brown.
If you're unfamiliar with Larks Park and Larks baseball, beverage batter means if he gets a hit, everybody at the park gets a half-price drink if you can get to the concession stand in time before the inning's over. So the fans love it. Some guys love it as a player. Some guys don't like the pressure it puts on you because people are mad when you don't get a hit, but they love you when you do get one. So Cade Brown makes the Larks faithful fans happy and gets some half-price drink for the remainder of the second inning. So Ben Ferenzi to the dish, bottom of the order. The shortstop has a runner at first, chops one over the left side, slowly rolls to Arambula. They'll get Brown out at second. No throw from Silva to first, and Ferenzi reaches on a fielder's choice, and Brown will be out. One away, runner at first in the bottom of the second.
The second baseman, number 6, Hunter Rosson.
Takes us to the top of the order. Hunter Rosson looking for his first hit at Larks Park. 5'11" junior headed to UTA in August. He's now 0 for 4 as a Lark, but he scored 2 times and reached on 2 fielders' choices. Swing and a miss at this one. No balls and a strike to Hunter Rosson. Rosson spent 3 years at Weatherford Community College. He's a Texas native and will stay in Texas. Going to UTA, the 5'11" junior, down the count 0-1. Takes an off-speed, catches the inside part of the plate, 0-2. Good pitch right there from Radonovich. Ferenzi gets his lead at first base. Ferenzi stole 9 bases this year at Arizona Western. He's not running here. The 0-2 will punch Hunter Rosson out on strikes. A 3-pitch strikeout for Mickey Radonovich. 2 away.
The third baseman, number 3, Austin Jaslow.
So let's head to Austin Jaslow, the Knoxville native, 6'2" redshirt freshman from University of Tennessee. Jaslow doubled in the first inning and scored the Larks' lone run of the inning and game. Larks have 3 hits, a double, and a couple of singles. Jaslow sends one up the middle. Arumbula will get it and tag the bag himself to end the second inning. Larks bring 4 to the plate, get a single, but won't get anybody past first base. And we go to the third. Hayes up 1-0 in Hayes. Top of the third, Ben Baker Livingston returns for his third inning on the rubber. No Larks pitcher has thrown more than 3 innings this season, and I think this will probably be it for Ben. But he'll look to finish strong and gets a first pitch swing and a miss out of Adam Moser. Foul ball, no balls, 2 strikes. Through 2 innings, Baker Livingston, 25 pitches, allowed 2 hits, but has struck out 3. He left 2 in scoring position in the last inning, and Boulder's left 3 on base total. First ball of the inning for Baker Livingston, 1-2 reads the count, nobody out, nobody on, and the top half of the third inning. Baker Livingston delivers. This one foul to the backstop, 1-2. Baker Livingston played at Plano East Senior in Texas for high school, made 22 appearances on the rubber and picked up 7 wins. It looks like he'll pick up strikeout number 4 as a Lark right here. That is what happens, 1 away. So the 2 New Mexico Lobos lead the Larks in strikeouts this season. Cam Walton with 5, and now Ben Baker Livingston with 4. One away. First pitch called strike. Baker Livingston very impressive through the first 2 1/3. Going back to his time at Plano East, picked up 7 wins, striking out 93 guys over the course of his career, and held his opponents to a .217 batting average. His senior year, he had the most strikeouts on the team with 61 and had the most wins, tied with another guy with 5. Was a top 500 overall player according to Perfect Game in the country. He gets a ground ball, rolls to Rawson, throws a sidearm to Brown, 2 up, 2 down. Baker Livingston has retired 5 straight. That was Jackson Woolwine. He's now 1 for 2. Ernie Arambula to the dish. Now he's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Baker Livingston in the first inning. Fastball low and outside, 1-0. 2 away, bases empty. Baker Livingston improved his fastball velocity by 16 miles an hour over the course of just 3 years while he was in high school. It's a Perfect Game National Showcase selectee in 2020 and an underclass All-American High Honorable Mention the year before. It's a Perfect Game South Prospect Showcase top prospect list for 3 years from 2018 to 2020. Here in Hays, Kansas, he has a 1-1 count with 2 away against Ernie Arambula. Arambula, 1 of 2 guys on the roster from Chico State for Boulder. 2-1 delivery from Baker Livingston will bounce off the plate. A little too much heat on that one. We'll go 3-1 with the count. Hitters counts for the shortstop. Home plate umpire Randy Jordan walks the ball out to Baker Livingston and said just tossing him 1. So Livingston get reset on the rubber. Three-one count, defense straight up here in Hays. Three-one hitters count, delivery home, chop to Baker Livingston, and will toss it underhand to Cade Brown. Baker Livingston, probably a day for him with the way Larks have been doing things. He retires 6 straight and gets a 1-2-3 third and carries a 1-0 lead to the bottom half of the third in Hays, Kansas. Bottom of the third, Jack Tarosian will lead it off. The right fielder is 1 for 1 on the day with a single. He got all the way to third base but was stranded there, and the Larks left the bases loaded in the first inning. 1-0 is the count. It's still Mickey Radunovich on the mound. The Larks had a great first inning in terms of getting guys on base. 4 straight got on. A double. Started it from Jaslov Tarosian and followed up with a single. Put runners on the corners. Evans walked. The bases loaded, and then Jackson Halter walked home a run. Then the Larks got a line out and a strikeout, and they left the bases jack. 3 straight balls to Tarosian. He'll be taken all the way. Four-pitch walk for Tarosian, and he is aboard for the second time today. Tarosian getting on base a lot to start the season. His first walk as a Lark. He's 5 for 7 in his at-bats. Runner at first, nobody out for Brady Evans, who also walked back in the first inning. Tarosian has scored 3 runs. He leads the team in runs. And also leads the team in stolen bases. Look for him to get ready to move. One-0 count to Evans. 5 straight balls from Radunovich to start the third inning. Larks have 3 hits, 2 in the first inning, 1 in the second. Looking for more. Tarosian was taken off. The ball gets hit to Arumbala, and he had some trouble with it. They're going to rule it an E6, and Brady Evans will reach on the air. Tarosian won't be credited with the stolen base after that.
Tonight's designated hitter, number 5, Jackson Halter.
So runner in scoring position at second with Brady Evans at first. Jackson Halter to the dish already with 1 RBI today. Looking for more. Halter, the DH, walked in the first inning and brought home Austin Jaslov since his first delivery into the Collegians' dugouts. No balls and a strike. 2 on, nobody out. Halter watches one, catch the zone, goes down the count, 0-2. 1 foul ball and 1 looking. Halter 2 for 4 as a Lark, 2 runs accounted for, 1 he scored himself and 1 driven in. As a walk, a single, and a double. 0-2 outside on the off speed. Radunovich now at 46 pitches. He's walked 3 guys and struck out 2 through 2 innings. And the 1-2 is home. It almost catches. Halter will go 2-2 with the counts. You can see it on the bottom of your screen in the scroll bar. I ask that while you watch the stream from your YouTube account and you hit the subscribe button on the stream, it helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you anything. Nothing changes. It just puts us in your subscription box in your YouTube app. And you'll get, if you hit the notification bell, you get notified when we go live. So be sure to subscribe. It helps us out a ton on the Larks Network. 2-2 delivered to Halter. Waits on it for a while and swings and misses. He'll go down on strikes for the first time today. The second strikeout as a Lark. 2 on with 1 out now. As Leo Geminian makes his way to the dish, he's 0 for 5 this season and went out on a line drive to Velteen in the first inning. Was well hit, but just right at the man in the hot corner. Geminian, a third-year Lark. Made his debut in 2020 and then stuck around for 2021 and decided to come back again for the 2022 season. Close pitch from Radunovich. Leo lays off wisely, just misses the outside corner, 1-0. Leo's just found his second home in Hayes, called his host family his second family, says he calls them once a week when he's at ETSU to stay in touch with them and keeps them updated with his life. Talks about the kids in the family like they're his own siblings. Just found his home in Hayes. Made his way from St. Lo, France to play at Clarendon College in Texas in 2019. Played 3 games then. In 2020, started off good, but the season was cut short. So only appeared in 21 games. Runners take off. Jiminian skies a swan to left center. Runners sprint back. Moser will make the catch as Terosian and Evans just get back to their bags. Leo Jiminian now 0 for 2 on the day. So 2 away for Braden Lukart. Lukart ended the first inning with a strikeout swinging against Radunovich. Radunovich dangles his arm, gets his signs from Farron, agrees on it, and will deliver from the stretch, takes a look at Terosian. First delivery, a fastball, catches the zone, 0-1 to Lukart. Lukart in his senior year at Lafayette School in St. Joseph batted .589. Time is called as the scoreboard at Larks Park reads a 0-1 count with 2 away. Delivery inside almost hits Braden. We'll go 1-1. Fifth hitter of the inning for Hayes. They left 3 on in the first and then left nobody on in the second. 1-1, grounded up the middle. Radunovich reaches low but won't be able to make a play on it. Rose de Silva makes a play on the toss to Rumbula just in time. It was close to being a hit and an RBI for Lukart, but instead it'll end the third inning. He'll go 0 for 2 now on the day. And we go to the fourth. Hayes up 1-0 against Boulder. Top of the fourth here in Hayes. Sam Hendon takes over on the mound from Ben Baker Livingston. So Baker Livingston will finish his day 3 innings strong on 39 pitches, gives up 2 hits, no walks, strikes out 4, no runs. Hendon, one of 2 guys on the roster, along with Cade Hare from Central Alabama. Spent his freshman year there, an Alexander City, Alabama native. Made 11 appearances and 2 starts at Central Alabama. 0-1, the first batter he faces, he plunks, and Farron will get a free ride to first base on the hit by pitch. Baker Livingston retired the last 6 Collegians, and now we up the first base runner since the 2nd inning.
The designated hitter at number 12, Hunter Velasquez.
Hendon threw 11 2/3 for the Trojans at Central Alabama, striking out 6 in the process and walking 9. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Ferenzi will make the play in time. Good job of Hunter Rawson to snag that one and keep his right foot on the bag. 1 away. Connor Pulowski reaches on the fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Collegians, third baseman number 20, Brady Velty.
Go to the 6th hole in the order. It's Brady Veltine. He singled in the 2nd inning, got to second base, and then Baker Livingston got a ground out and 2 strikeouts to end the inning and leave him standing at second. First delivery from Hendon misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. And they gave up 16 hits this season at Central Alabama and had no decisions on the mound. Check over at first. Pulowski's back in safely head first. We've been scoreless since the bottom of the first. Larks haven't given up a run in quite some time. They had a shutout against Great Bend yesterday, winning 8-0. Pop fly over the left side, chasing it is Jazz Love. Luke Art will call him off and make the catch by the left field line in fair territory for out number 2 of the 4th inning. 2 away.
The second baseman number 11, Andrew Silva.
Andrew Silva now, he's 0 for 1 after striking out in the 2nd inning for out number 1 of the inning. Throw down to first from Evans. It won't be in time after the strike. Evans aggressive with the check throws, but it's worked for him in the past. He led the team last year for the Larks over the course of 24 games, threw out 7 runners on the base paths. Was great defensively. He caught 155 2/3 innings for the Larks last year. That led the team. Also led the team in putouts with 178 and was tied for the least amount of passed balls, giving up 5 of those, despite catching 65 2/3 more innings than the catcher he was tied with. Just a stud defensively. He's thrown out 30 guys over the course of his 3-year career at Murray State College in Oklahoma. 1-1 is the count against Silva with 2 away and a runner at first. Do it for the Larks in the bottom of the 4th inning. 8-9 in the top of the order. Brown, Ferenzi, and Rawson. Hendon from the stretch, off speed, swing and a miss. Great pitch from Hendon. One, 2. Check over at first, not in time. Hendon looking for his first strikeout as a Lark. He's thrown 2/3 now. This will be pitch number 9 for him on the rubber. The 1-2 is home. An off-speed curveball line to right field. Jack Tarosian will make the catch. And Hendon fist pumps. Larks have thrown 16 straight scoreless innings on the rubber. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Hayes up 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, Cade Brown will lead off. Has a 1-0 count against Mickey Radonovich, who returns the mound for his 4th inning of work. One ball, one strike to the foul ball. Brown on the day, 1 for 1. The Beverage batter singled in the 2nd inning, then was out on a fielder's choice. 1-1 inside. Good take from Brown. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cade had 15 hits last year for the Larks. Watches this one miss inside 3-1. This year, Cade has 1 hit in 5 at-bats. Reached on a fielder's choice once as well and struck out 3 times. 3-1 home. Brown hits it hard down the left field line. Velton, a diving effort, won't be successful. And again, the Beverage batter gives the Larks fans what they want and gets the Larks leadoff base runner, his 2nd leadoff single of the day. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 2nd. You can see fans already making their way down to the Larks nest to get their drinks. Just a fun tradition to have in Hayes, and is one of the things that I think makes Larks Park unique. Bottom of the order, Ben Ferenzi. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. At fielder's choice, Brown was the guy who got outs. So similar start as the 2nd inning where Brown singled, and then we go to Ferenzi. After the Ferenzi fielder's choice, Radonovich got a strikeout and a ground out to end the inning and leave Ferenzi at first base. This one's hit over the head of Arambula. Ferenzi will single, back-to-back singles for the Larks, puts 2 on with nobody out. Ferenzi aboard for the 2nd time today. Ferenzi's 2nd hit as a Lark. Both hits are singles. He scored once in his 2 trips to the base paths. So we'll move to the top of the order. Hunter Rawson due for a hit. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And 0 for 5 as a Lark. Cade Brown gets his lead at second, ready to score. Rawson takes an off-speed outside, 1-0. Just said RBI opportunity for Ross, and he took advantage of those opportunities at Weatherford, bringing home 52 runs in his career there. 1-0 outside, 2-0. 2-0 from Radunovich to Rawson. Delivery's home, swing and a miss, 2-1. Great night for baseball here at Larks Park. Wind has started to die off. Lights are turned on here at Schumacher Nelson Field. Two-one home, inside, good eye from Hunter Rawson. Patiently waiting on deck is Austin Jaslove with Jack Tarozzi in the hole. Three-one hit well to left field. Dugout stands up wanting a home run, and they're not going to get it. It's off the top of the wall by the 3:49 mark. But it's going to be the first career hit and first career RBI for Hunter Rawson on a ball that was well struck to left center. And Cade Brown scores from second. 3 up, 3 hits for the Larks. And they extend their lead by 1. 2-0 Hayes in the bottom of the fourth. That's the 6th hit of the ball game for the Larks. And now there's 2 in scoring position with still nobody out. Farron wants a meeting with Radunovich. But that one was well struck by Rawson. Now we go to Austin Jaslove, who also had a well struck double. That was in the first inning. Cade Brown 2 for 2 in the day now with the run scored. His first run scored of the season after he scored quite a few last year. So Austin Jaslove to the dish with 2 in scoring position. Larks left 3 on in the first and left 1 on the third, but now they have 3 outs to work with to get those 2 guys on the base paths home. This one will go behind Jaslove. He says it caught his jersey, and I don't think it's going to be contested by anybody, and Austin Jaslove will take first base. Larks were hit twice last night. Both of them were off the back of the guy who's coming to the plate now, Jack Tarosian. So load the bases up, still nobody out. And if you're going to have a guy at the plate that you want to get a hit, might as well be Jack Tarosian. 5 for 7 as a Lark, and he's reached base 3 times outside of hits the past 2 days, 2 hit by pitches and a walk today. Sends this one right at the second baseman. Silva tosses it to Arumbala, and they'll throw out Tarosian at first. So the double play won't count for as an RBI, but it will score a run. That's Ferenzi scoring from third. Rawson moves to third now. Jaslove and Tarosian out. Larks now up 3-0. 4-6-3 double play. Now Rawson trying to get home. Brady Evans to the dish. He's reached twice without a hit today. Walked in the first and reached on an E6 in the third inning. Is this one a hack? Down the count 0-1. One delivered to Evans, chases it. Down the count, no balls, 2 strikes. That run from Ferenzi was his second as a Lark over the course of 2 games. Foul ball. Brady Evans does a good job to stay alive. Outside of the first 5 innings against Great Bend and Great Bend, the Larks have looked like a really good baseball team. Pitching looked good for the first 3 innings in that Great Bend game as well. Luke Terbeek was pretty dominant on the rubber. And things just kind of fell apart in the 4th inning. 0-2 home. Brady Evans will duck and miss it, so taking the free base will go 1-2 at the counts. Would have been the second hit by pitch of the inning, but Brady Evans wants to get a hit and drive Rawson home. Evans yesterday 1 for 3. As the DH watches this one go above the letters, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Two away, runner in scoring position at third base. The delivery high and outside, full count. So after going down 0-2, Evans works a full count. That's something the Larks have been really good at this year, is after starting out down, working full counts and working pitch counts up. Radonovich now at 75 pitches on the day through 3 2/3. The payoff pitch to Evans. It's at the eye level over the plate, and Evans will see 4 straight balls and pick up his second walk of the ball game, his 3rd in the past 2 games. Runners on the corners for Jackson Halter. He's the 7th hitter of the inning for Hayes. Farron steps in front of the plate to give out signs to his infield. Steps back down, and Halter will get ready to go. Halter 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, a walk, and an RBI. 0-2 called, or it's not 0-2, 2 away, called strike 1. Evans stole a base yesterday. We'll see if he wants to put himself in scoring position here. Has a lot of speed, especially for a catcher. Ball gets away from Farron. He loses it. Rawson read it all the way and immediately started coming home. Evans moves up to second. Larks up 4-0 now. So for Hunter Rawson, already drove in his first run as a Lark in this inning. Picked up his first hit, his first extra base hit as well, as it was a double, and scores his 3rd run as a Lark in this inning. Good 4th inning for Hunter Rawson. Evans moves to second. He's in scoring position. With his speed, if Halter can get a ground ball into the grass, I think Evans will be able to make it home. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. One outside, 2-1. The Larks brought 7 hitters to the plate in the first inning. Only got 1 run. They scored the other 3 all in this 4th inning. Two-one off speed outside. 3-1 hitters count for Halter. Halter had 2 hits yesterday and has a great count to work with here. There is a right-hander up in the pen for Boulder. Hitters count delivery to Halter. He takes it over the outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Full count. Six hits for the Larks, 4 runs. They've picked up 4 walks in this game, 1 hit by pitch, and they're looking for more. Brady Evans at second. The payoff pitch is home, and Jackson Halter will be called out on strikes to end the 4th inning. Larks bring 7 to the plate. They get 3 hits and 3 runs. And we'll go to the 5th. Hayes up 4-0. Top of the fifth at Larks Park. Sam Hendon back to the mound. First pitch ball to Dylan Souvenir. We'll go 1-0 with the count to start off. Souvenir on the day 0 for 1. He grounded out to Cade Brown in the second inning for out 2 of the inning. 2 balls, no strikes to Souvenir, the left fielder from Johns Hopkins University. 2-0 home, swing and a miss. Souvenir digs back in the left-hander's batter's box. A right-hander up in the moving in the pen for Hayes. Doing some long toss. 3-1. Appears to be Kobe Grimsley warming up for the Larks. 3-1 delivery, low outside, chasing it is Souvenir. He sends it out of play for a Souvenir for a fan, but not actually. At Larks Park, you can't keep the ball, but if you do return to the Larks Nest, you do get a prize. Payoff pitch misses low and inside, and it'll be walk number 1 for Sam Hendon on the rubber as a Lark. Dylan Souvenir gets to first base for the first time today. Leadoff base runner for Boulder for the third time today. 3 in the past 4 innings. Hendon looks over his left shoulder at the runner at first. Delivers home at the knees, called strike 1. Hendon gets the signs from Evans. Agrees with it. We'll go 0-1 from the stretch. Swinging a foul ball off the end of the bat. Brady Evans takes it off the chest protector. We'll go 0-2. And home plate umpire Randy Jordan wants that ball from Sam Hendon. Hayes up 4-0. They've thrown 16 straight scoreless innings on the mound. They were complete shutouts yesterday against Great Bend, winning 8-0. And then had 3 scoreless innings to end the game against Great Bend in the loss. Hayes 1-1 on the year, looking to get win number 2 tonight. The bats and the pitching have done a good job through the first 4 to get him in position to get win number 2. Hendon up in the count 0-2, delivers from the stretch, and it's ripped to right field. Rolls it to Rosian, off the line drive. 2 straight base runners for Boulder, a walk and a single. That was Derek Woolwine with the single. He struck out swinging in the second, but now is 1 for 2 in the day. And he takes us to the top of the order. Adam Moser, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both against Ben Baker Livingston. These next 3 guys in the order, the top 3 in the order, Moser, Woolwine, and Arubula, are the only 3 that Hendon has not faced. Foul ball over to the right side to start off the count, 0-1. Moser, the center fielder from Eastern Oklahoma State. One home, 2 on, nobody outs. Fouled again over the right side. Larks will be back in action tomorrow night against Boulder for Game 2 of this series, the final game of this series. You can catch it right here on Larks Network, first pitch at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then looks around, and we'll go home. The 0-2 off speed, swing and a miss, strikeout number 1 in a Larks uniform for Sam Hendon. Moser now has the hat trick. 2 swinging from Ben Baker Livingston, and now 1 strikeout swinging from Sam Hendon. Go to the 2-hole. The second Woolwine to hit in the inning, and this one's Jackson Woolwine, the right fielder. Singled in the first and then grounded out in the second. Time is called before the pitch is thrown. Larks fans and Boulder fans, while you're watching the stream, be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell right by the subscribe button. You'll get notified when we go live for tomorrow's game right here on Larks Network. 1 away. Nice pitch from Hendon. Falls in the zone for a called strike. 0-1 counts. Ernie Arumbala on deck with Farron in the hole for Boulder. Check down to second. Good pickoff attempt. Had the ball been thrown lower instead of up high, and Fernsey wouldn't have had to reach down. Might have been closer. But instead, sliding back into second safely is Souvenir. He was just far away from the bag, and it was a good decision to check on him. 0-1 home, sent to right field. Jack Tarosian runs back. He's at the warning track. He will make the catch on the warning track. And kind of silly of Souvenir to not tag up there, and he would have easily made it to third there. Instead, he has to go back to second. 2 on with 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 2, Ernie Arambula.
So now we go to Ernie Arambula, who's grounded out twice to Ben Baker Livingston. It's the final batter that Hendon hasn't faced in the order. His delivery chopped over the left field side, and it'll roll foul. The ball's 1 strike. Rambula looking for his first hit, and Boulder looking for their first run. Sends it over the right side, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Hendon's already struck out 1 this inning. It was Adam Moser. And looking for strikeout number 2 of the inning, and strikeout number 2 in his Larks career. Sam Hendon struck out 6 here in the 2020 season at Central Alabama for the Trojans. Righty versus righty, 0-2 count, 2 away, 2 on. Hendon delivers off speed, found again over to the right side. It is Kobe Grimsley warming up in the pen for Hayes. Oh, 2 slider goes outside, 1-2. And then low set the runner at second, spins around, nobody there to cover the bag, so he holds onto the ball. One, 2 home. This is low, 2-2. Due for the Larks in the bottom half of this inning. Jeminian, Lugarts, and Brown, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup. Two home. Runs outside, Evans blocks it. Full count. Payoff pitch. Runners are taken off since there's 2 outs. This one's skied over the right side. Cade Brown chases it, but it's going to be plenty out of play. So we'll get another 3-2 delivery. Larks have quite a few returners on the roster. 8 to be exact. 7 right now that are in Hayes. Brady Rose will get here when Dallas Baptist wraps up their postseason run. But Boulder's roster, not too many names that I recognize from last year on their team. The payoff pitch hit to the right side of the field. Jax Rosie will let it drop in front of them. They're going to send the runner home from third. Throws cut off by Cade Brown. And a streak of 16 scoreless innings for the Larks pitching staff will come to an end here in the 5th inning off of Ernie Rambula's single. He drives in Souvenir from second. And Arumbula gets his first hit of the day. And Boulder gets their first run. Cut the deficit to 3. Runners on the corners with 2 away. And then from the stretch, runs outside 1-0. Brady Evans gives some signs to his infield. We'll go back behind the plate. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Braden Meredith was given the win yesterday, even though he went 2 innings in the start. So again, stats wrong on the Larks game changer. But if things fall into place, it'll be Sam Hendon given the win since Ben Baker Livingston was only given 3 innings to work on the mound. 1-1 home, misses inside 2-1. Winning pitcher in yesterday's game was actually Cam Walton. One home from Sam Hendon, swing and a miss. Matt Farron swings under it. 1-2 counts, 2 away. Matt Farron on the day, he's 0 for 1. Grounded out to Hunter Rawson at second for the last out of the top of the first, and then was hit by a pitch by Sam Hendon to start off the 4th inning. 2-2 home with 2 away. Runners on the corners. A breaking ball can't catch the inside part of the plate. And we'll go to another full counts. We'll wind at third. Arumbula at first, and Arumbula will likely be taken off with the 3-2 counts. 3-2 hits to center field. Leo Jiminian makes a good read, runs left, and records the out. Good read from Jiminian, and that ends the 5th inning. Boulder gets 1 run back. Cut the deficit to 3. We go to the bottom half. Hayes up 4-1. Leo Jameen will get things led off in the 5th inning for Hayes and sees one pitch pops it up over the right side. Woolwine has some trouble with that first, but does make the catch for out number 1. Jameen now 0 for 3 on the day. So we'll go to Braden Lukehart. Base is empty for the left fielder from Oklahoma. New pitcher into the game for Boulder. It's Yoko Takeda from Tokyo University in Tokyo, Japan. We'll go from the windup, delivers outside to Lukehart, 1-0. Tokyo University is a research university in Tokyo. Don't see anything on there about them having a baseball team. No NCAA in Japan. The 1-1 line to left field. It will drop in front of Souvenir, and Braden Lukehart picks up his first hit as a Lark. One out single, and up comes Cade Brown, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Back-to-back Sooners in the lineup. So we'll see what Braden Lukehart can do in the base pass. His first time reaching base. Cade Brown, 2 for 6 as a Lark in 2022. He scored in the 4th inning after his leadoff single. It was one of 3 runs in the last inning. Brown fouls this one off, 0-1. Brown one of 8 guys to return from last year's roster and is one of 6 participating in their 2nd year as a Lark. Jemenian and Hutchison each participating in their 3rd year playing for the Birds. One away runner at first. The 0-1 delivery is home. Cade Brown late on the swing, sends it out to play 0-2. Cade, one of 23 Americans on the roster, 4 international players. Ben Ferenzi from Australia, Leo Jemenian from France, Luc Ter Beek from the Netherlands, and Chris Echeverria from the Dominican Republic. Brown watches one catch to letters, and he'll strike out for the 4th time this season. This one looking still a good day for Cade. So far, 2 for 3. Out number 2 of the inning. Bottom of the order, Ben Ferenzi. 1 for 2 in the day. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and then singled in the 4th after Cade Brown's single, and then he scored. And he'll call time. Takada took over for Radonovich. Radonivich's day will come to an end after 4 innings. Lukehart takes off. There is nobody covering, and Arumbola gets there just in time to prevent the ball from going to the outfield. But Lukehart steals second base, his first stolen base as a Lark, fairly easily. Puts himself in scoring position. 0-1 counts. Radonovich, 83 pitches through those 4 innings, 6 hits allowed, 4 walks, just as many strikeouts, and just as many earned runs. A 4-1 lead for Hayes in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 delivery hit to the left side. Arumbola backhands it. Hop throw to first. It's not going to be in time. It's still a good effort from the shortstop, but Ben Ferenzi fast enough to lay out an infield single. Hit number 8 of the ball game for the Larks. Woolwine just wants to have a talk with the base pass umpire to see what was going on there. We'll return to first base. After the interaction, we'll go to the top of the order. Hunter Rosson 1 for 3. Two-way runners on the corners. He's way behind this one, 0-1. Lucard at third. Ferenzi at first. Ferenzi does have some speed, but you don't want to make the inning ending out at second base. He does take off. Rosson watches the pitch. The throw is wild to second, and they'll throw to third, try to get Lucard. Both guys are in safely. Larks steal another base. Ben Ferenzi puts himself in scoring position. Call at the plate was a ball, 1-1. Larks have now stolen 3 bases today, 1 each from Tarosian, Lucards, and Ferenzi. This delivered to Rosson low. Scoreboard corrected to 1-2. Takeda looks home, and we'll go from the stretch, righty versus righty. High and outside. So reads 2-2 counts. 2-8, 2-2 count, 2-1 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Hayes scored 3 in the last inning. They're looking for at least 1 here in the 5th. Two-two on Rosson reaches for one. He probably would have not swung it had there not been 2 strikes. Does a nice job, protects the plate, sends it off the end of his bat, and stays alive. Takeda's given up 2 hits and struck out 1 through his 2/3 of an inning, throwing 13 pitches. 10 of those have been in the strike zone. He started off all 4 batters he's faced with a first pitch strike. Rosson stays alive again, sends this one out of play, back and into the crowd on the right side. Rosson had that big double in the 4th inning, was almost a home run, hit off the yellow part of the wall at the very top in left center by the 349 marker. Chops this one to the left side. Veltine grabs it at the hip, throws across the diamond, beats Hunter Rosson by a step. Larks will strand 2. They get 2 hits and take us to the 6th inning. Still up by 3. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network. Top of the sixth, Kobe Grimsley will take over on the rubber after Hendon gives us 2 innings of work, 1 earned run. Grimsley is 6'1" sophomore from from Central Oklahoma University. He's a righty for the Broncos, made 12 appearances this year, had a 1-1 record. Works up by 3. You can see the socials on your screen, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Check out the Larks on all the platforms to stay up to date with all things Larks baseball all summer long. 2-1 counts. Nobody out, nobody on in the 6th. At the plate, it's Connor Pulowski. He sends this one a mile high over to the right side. Cade Brown makes the catch a couple feet short or to the right of first base for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 20, Brady Valentine.
Pulowski now 0 for 3 after reaching on an error in the 2nd, reaching on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and now popping out to Cade Brown. Brady Valentine to the dish. 1 for 2 in the day with a fly out and a single. Called strike. Grimsley was teammates with Larks catcher Brady Evans at Murray State in 2020 and 2021. Brady Evans catcher right now, so some continuity right there, some team chemistry already between a pitcher and a catcher. Talked to Brady yesterday before the game. He said they were buddies back at Murray State. They're both going to be playing at MIAA schools in Oklahoma. Brady at NSU, Kobe at Central Oklahoma. They're both Oklahoma natives as well. 1-1 Grimsley from the windup. This delivery outside 2-1. Grimsley appeared in Thursday's game, the season opener for the Larks, and the 5-3 loss. He was the 4th pitcher of the day through 1 1/3. Took over in the 6th inning. Excuse me, 5th inning. Allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, and walked 1. But no runs for Grimsley. He will walk Valentine. Valentine reaches for the 2nd time today. 1 out base runner at first base as Andrew Silva comes to the plate. Silva on the day 0 for 2. Makes a hard cut at this one. No contact. Souvenir on deck. Will wind in the hole. Oh, 1 away. This delivery from Grimsley outside. 1-1. Silva looking for his first hit and to be the 5th hit of the day for Boulder. Valentine gets his lead at first. This delivery will plank Silva and he'll take first base. Back-to-back runners reaching after non-hits. There is movement in the pen for Hayes. It's a righty. Grimsley, the 3rd pitcher of the game for Hayes. It's a day for Sam Hendon. He goes 2 innings, throws 37 pitches. 24 of those found the strike zone. Gave up 2 hits and the lone earned a run today, striking out 1 and walking 1. Call strike here to Dylan Souvenir. Souvenir walked in the 5th inning and scored, and then in the 2nd inning, grounded out to Cade Brown. 0-1, line over to the left side out of play.
Still giving away dollar bills for foul balls. Ready to return to the Larks desk, courtesy of the Hayes Police Department. And your raffle tickets ready. Larks fans will be giving away 3 bar prizes at the end of this half inning.
0-2 is the count. 1 away, runner at first and a runner at second. It's Valtina at second, Silva at first. 0-2 delivery, good pitch, popped over to the left side and out of play. Third time through the order for the Collegians. We're at the 8-hole. And he scored the lone run of the game for Boulder. He led off the inning with a walk, and it wasn't until 4 batters later that they finally brought him home on a Ramboss single. Randy Jordan will walk out a ball to Kobe Grimsley and have a chat with him. Sun is set here in Hayes under the lights. The 0-2, Kobe Grimsley from the stretch. Delivery outside 1-2. Two on, 1 out, 1-2. Hard fastball from Grimsley. It runs low, 2-2. This past spring was Kobe's first year playing for Central Oklahoma. As I mentioned, he spent 2 years at Murray State. Over those 2 years, he made 25 appearances and picked up 2 wins. Had a strikeout per 9 innings rate of 11.8. It's a strikeout pitcher. Struck out 21 through 18 2/3 this year for the Broncos. And then his sophomore year at Murray State had the highest strikeout per 9 innings rate of 13.94. 2020 PBR clocked his fastball max at 89 miles an hour. This went a lot slower than 89 with the off speed. The changeup runs outside 3-2. Don't want to walk the bases loaded. He got a pop out to start the inning. Since then, walked 1 and hit 1. Payoff pitch on its way. Reaching for it is Souvenir, and he sends it out of play. Grimsley from the stretch, the payoff pitch. Just outside, really good pitch. I'm not upset with that walk right there. That was a really good pitch. Souvenir just didn't bite, and Evans is going to talk with his former teammate at Murray State and his current teammate in Hayes. That one was a hard fastball, just didn't quite catch the zone. And now Keith Harper is going to take a jog out of the dugout. Brady Evans walks back to the dish and will have to turn around as his coach heads out to the mound. And we'll take a pause on Larks Network while the mound visit goes down. Bases loaded in the top of the 6th, tying run at first base. Go ahead run at the plate. It's still only 1 away. Great pitch to respond. Perfect fastball paints the low inside corner, called strike 1. Derek Woolwine at the plate. He singled in the 5th, struck out in the 2nd. 2 straight called strikes for Kobe Grimsley. Keith Harper had a mound visit with Kobe in Great Bend, and immediately Kobe responded better, and today he's doing the same thing. Waste no time was set before Woolwine even got in the batter's box. He's keeping a quick tempo here. This one runs outside, 1-2. Grimsley from the windup with the bases jacked. The 1-2 off speed outside, 2-2. So now maybe slow down his pace a little bit. That's what he does. Takes a deep breath before he gets on the rubber. Full wind, digs in. Grimsley from the windup, 2-2, fouled out of play. They're making contact with it, but it's not good contact. It's just the walks and the hit by pitch that have hurt Kobe today. 2-2. Fly ball to left field. Braden Lucart chases it. He's in foul territory. Runner tags at third. He makes the catch in the dirt in foul territory. Throw home as a dart, and Brady Evans will apply the tag. What a dime from Braden Lucart in left field. He's fired up, as he should be. Great play for the Oklahoma Sooner, and it sends us to the bottom of the sixth. Hayes up 4-1. Bottom of the sixth, Austin Jaslove will lead it off for the Larks. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, a double, and a hit by pitch in his 3 plate appearances. Had a big double in the first and then came around to score. Was the first hit of the game and the first run. Sends one hard right at the shortstop, Arubula. But his throw is going to be wild. Jaslove, beautiful slide right there to get under the tag of Woolwine, who was pulled off the base paths. Heads up base running from Jaslove, scores him a base, but they will rule it an E6. I think that's the right call there. Jaslove aboard for the 3rd time today. So we go to Jack Tarosian. Single in the first, walk in the 3rd, and then he hit it into a double play in the 4th. Off speed comes in slow off the hand of Takeda. Tarosian watches it all the way, 1-0. I've always wished the Larks had a multicam set up and a crew to run all the cameras and the broadcast and stuff. Instead, it's just a one-man crew, me, but especially on that Braden Lucart throw, from where he was at, that throw was beautiful. It just, with the framing set up, couldn't see, but you could see the tag applied. It's just a dime from Braden Lucart to get the runner out at home and make Kobe Grimsley happy on the mound. 1-0, Tarosian watches it hit the high corner, 1-1. Brady Evans on deck. Jackson Halter in the hole for Hayes. This is the 4th time that Tarosian has been at the plate today. 1-1 home. Just above the letters. 2-1 on the off speed. Righty up and moving in the pen for Hayes. Keith Harper made the trip out there and is standing by him watching him get ready. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jaslov at first. Tarosian at the dish. 4-1 lead for Hayes in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Takeda delivers. Farron's frame job doesn't work, and we'll go to a full count. Frank Leo gives Jaslov the signs from across the diamond. Jaslov gets his lead at first. Pretty big lead. Takeda doesn't look at him. Delivers home, and Jaslov's taking off. Tarosian swinging, and it's right at Woolwine, who just tags the bag himself. Second double play for Jack Tarosian. That one was well struck, just right at Woolwine, and Austin Jaslov was stealing second. Not much you can do there, and they'll get out number 1 and 2 of the 6th inning on one play. So we'll go to Brady Evans. Evans has a pair of walks today, one in the first, one in the 4th, and then he reached on an error in the 3rd inning. He's reached base 3 times, but never gotten past second base. Chops this one over to the Larks dugout. He'll start his count 0-1.
Could you find her and make sure she gave it to those players or to the singers? She should be down there. She has it or she has it. She has it.
No balls, 1 strike. Evans digs into the right-hander's batter's box, looking for his first hit of the day.
She's down by the Larks, that building. She needs to give it to them now.
This one swung above 0-2. Evans looking for hit number 2 of the season. If he does get one, it would be hit number 28 in his 2 years in the Larks uniform. And he will watch strike 3 get called. Larks reach 1 on the air in the 6th, but they get out on a double play. Then Evans strikes out. We go to the 7th. Hayes up by 3.
From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, wide with fall. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. America.
Thanks to Uncalled For. And God bless America.
Top of the 7th, Austin Pewitt will make his second appearance on the rubber of the season and take over from Kobe Grimsley. The first pitch he fires is at the head of Anna Moser. Moser on the day 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Struck out against Sam Hendon and Ben Baker Livingston. The 1-0 from Pewitt to Moser, the center fielder at the top of the order. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Pewitt to bounce back. Pewitt from Grand Canyon University in Arizona. Playing the Western Athletic Conference in Division I. Team made the tournament, had a good year. He's a 6'5" freshman from Palmdale, California. Will go home from the stretch. The 1-1 delivery. Nice fastball with some heat. 1-2. One thing about Pewitt is he does have heat on his fastball. He worked on it in high school to get it up, and it shows in the progression that you can see online. Perfect game clocked his fastball at 94 miles an hour, which is in the 99.42 percentile. 1-2 from Pewitt, wind whipping his jersey. Misses inside on a fastball, 2-2. Pewitt pitched 1 inning against Great Bend, gave up 2 walks and a hit, and 1 earned a run. So that 1 run in 1 inning made his ERA 9, and he will plunk Anna Moser. Starts off the same way Sam Hendon did. Sam Hendon plunked his first batter faced. Perfect Game gave Austin Pewitt a rating that clocked him in as a top 500 overall prospect, but then they rated him as a 700th overall right-handed pitcher. So check my math if I'm wrong, but I don't think that adds up that you can be the 700th best right-handed pitcher in the nation, but a top 500 overall player. Austin, his numbers show from high school that he's much better than the 700 right-hand pitcher from his class. Runner steals from first. Moser slides in second safely without a throw. This one will miss the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Pugh will use his big frame to deliver home. 6'5" righty delivers. Moser takes off from third. Brady Evans, don't know if he didn't notice that he was stealing or just wasn't too concerned with it. Moser steals without a throw. He steals 2 bases in a matter of 3 pitches. 2-1 reads the count. Top of the 7th, no score for Boulder other than the 5th inning. They got 1 run there. Other than that, it's a bunch of goose eggs on the board. Nobody out. Runner 90 feet from scoring, however. This one's fouled off. 2-2. Austin didn't make any appearances this year for the Antelopes at GCU. Has already made 2 appearances for the Larks over the course of 3 games. Foul ball off the bat of Jackson Woolwine. Woolwine on the day, 1 for 3, grounded out to Hunter Rawson and flew out to Jack Sarosian. But he singled back in the first inning off of Ben Baker Livingston. Just 4 hits today for Boulder. They have a couple of errors fielding. 2-2, swung on and fouled off. Woolwine staying alive. So in Colby Grimsley's 1-inning pitch, he throws 29 pitches, walks 2, hits 1, but gets out without allowing a hit or a run. Pewitt's thrown 8 pitches. Make that 10 now. 5 of those in the zone, 5 not. Runner starts to break for home. Pewitt looks him back to third. Good field awareness to look him back and get the throw to first in plenty of time. Pewitt gets out number 1 at Larks Park.
The shortstop, number 2, Ernie Arundel.
Moser stays at third, 1 away. Don't want to read into anything too much with Hendon's hit by pitch and Pewitt's hit by pitch. I don't know if that has anything to do with nerves. Your first appearance at Larks Park, 1,000 fans at the park. Very unusual for Summer League to have that many fans at the game. Stadium music is bumping as you're warming up, and just making that first appearance might be a little nerve-wracking, or maybe they just lost control of the ball and had an uncharacteristic pitch. Either way, Moser's at third right now with 1 away. Swing and a miss from Arumba. That was a great pitch from Pewitt right there. Arumba 1 for 3 on the day. Pair of groundouts to Livingston. Baker Livingston. And then he singled in the 5th against Hendon. One Arumba way behind on that swing. Ernie Arumbula from Chico State. Chico State, a D2 school in California. Arumbula stays alive, fouling this one up over to the right side. Arumbula born in San Diego. And he steps out of the way of that one. Thought it might hit him. It was going to be inside, but Pewitt gets it to paint the inside part of the plate. Great pitch from Pewitt, and he picks up his first strikeout at Larks Park. Pewett's first strikeout as a Lark in general, too. Arumbula, now 1 for 4. Swing and a miss from Farron. The Boulder guys struggling to stay with the heat of Pewitt. Farron 0 for 2 in the day, was hit by a pitch, flew out and grounded out in his previous 3 plate appearances. Pewitt takes a deep breath, the 0-1 home, swing and a miss. Again, can't hang with the heater, 0-2. Pewitt in command of the AB. And gets a 3-pitch strikeout, another heater, 3 fastballs, and none of them make contact with the bat of Farron. And Pewitt strikes out 2 in a row, 2 strikeouts as a Lark. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Hayes up by 3 at Larks Park. Seventh inning has been stretched from the bottom half. Hayes up by 3. And Jackson Halter takes this one to right field. Had it been fair, it would have been gone. It goes 20 feet to the right of the foul pole. That one was hit really well, but just foul. Larks have hit some balls really well. Dylan Drowling cranked one to right field yesterday for a 3-run shot. And then Hunter Rawson almost had a home run today. It bounced off the wall. Austin Jaslove almost had a double or a home run. And Great Bend hit one off the wall for a double. This one will be fouled off for nearly having a home run. Halter now down the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 ground to the first baseman, and Woolwine, he'll field it, tag the bag himself, and Halter goes down on 3 pitches. So we're to Leo Geminian due for a hit. His 4th plate appearance, he's 0 for 7 this season as a Lark. Still Takeda on the mound. 2 international players facing off. Leo from France. Takita goes to school in Japan. Takita from the windup pauses on his delivery. Throws an off speed. Leo waits on it patiently and fouls it off. No balls and a strike. One away, bases empty in the second half of the 7th inning. Game 2 of this series will be tomorrow. First pitch at 7 p.m. Again, you can catch it right here on Larks Network. Larks split their last series with Great Bend 1-1. Each team won their home game, lost the away game. 0-1 delivery. Jiminian sends it right at the shortstop. Arumbula fields it, throws it wild to first base. Woolwine has to jump forward, and Arumbula has his second error throwing of the game. But Jiminian, who's a very, very, very dangerous base runner, gets aboard.
The left fielder, number 23, Braden Lucas.
Braden Lucas makes his way to the dish. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 5th inning. He got to second base, but was left there. Jiminian will see if he wants to run here. One above the letters, 1-0. So the first time Leo's been aboard this season. He's made contact with 75% of his swings this season. Just haven't hit right at hitters or at fielders. 1-0 delivery. Almost the zone, 2-0. Three straight balls to Braden Lucart. Lucart on the day, 1 for 3. He struck out in the first inning and grounded out in the 3rd, the last out of both innings, but then turned his luck around in the 5th inning with a 1-out single. Three-0 home, he pops it out of play and into the street. Three-1 hitters counts. Wasn't taken with a 3-0. Bottom 7, check over at first. Jiminian's in his head first safely. Jiminian stole 3 bases this year at ETSU, led the team in stolen bases despite playing 13 less games than the guy behind him. He takes off here and slides in head first in plenty of time. And Leo Jiminian has now stole 34 bases over the course of 3 years as a Lark. Puts himself in scoring position. Payoff pitch, grounded at the shortstop. Arumbula decides to go to 3rd, and Leo Jiminian is in safely. Slid under the tag from Beltine, and Arumbula has had 3 plays tonight that he's going to regret. And he looks at the scorecard. So we will rule that a fielder's choice for Braden Lucart, and there's runners on the corners. So Cade Brown makes his way to the dish. Teammate from OU 90 feet away from him at first. Leo Jiminian, who was his teammate last summer in Hayes, 90 feet away from him at 3rd. Brown 2 singles in the day and a strikeout. This one hit well between Arumbula and Veltine, and it's going to be the third single of the day for Cade Brown.
Reduced price on all drinks and remainder of this half inning. Thanks to tonight's beverage runner at A Street Liquor.
Waited for Ken to read the PA. You just heard him. Half-price beverages for the remainder of the 7th inning at the Larks Nest and at the concession stand for Larks fans at the park. Thanks to Katie, he's done it 3 times today and just picked up an RBI with that swing. And Leo Jiminian scores his first run of 2022 as a Lark and his 56th in his career as a Lark. 2 on, 1 out. Hayes up 5-1 now. Brown having himself a great day. He's 3 for 4 with a run scored and a run driven in. It is Ben Ferenzi at the dish. He grounds one to Veltine, who tags the bag himself at third to throw across the diamond to first. Won't be in time. Ferenzi reaches on a fielder's choice for the second time today. Ferenzi, 4 plate appearances, all 4 times he's reached. 2 singles, 2 fielder's choices. Brown moves up to second base. And Lucard out on the play. Still 2 on, 2 outs. Still 2 on, now it's 2 outs. Top of the order, Hunter Rawson makes his 5th plate appearance of the day. Almost had a home run back in the 4th inning when he cranked one to left center for a double. He came around to score, and he also drove in a run. One 1-0 is the count to Rawson. Catches the high outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Do it for the Collegians in the 8th. Heart of the order, 5, 6, 7. Kind of heart of the order. Pulowski, Veltine, and Silva. The 1-1 outside, low, 2-1. Farron wants to have a chat with Takeda. Nobody up in the pen for Boulder, so they're probably going to try and ride their pitcher from Tokyo. Don't know Takeda's hometown, just that he goes to school in Tokyo. They didn't list his hometown in his bio. Two-one home outside corner, called strike 2. Tough call right there, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2-8, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th. Larks have already scored 1 this inning thanks to Cade Brown and Leo Jiminian. Looking for more. The 2-2 delivery. On its way, Takeda delivers. Hunter Rawson fouls it off to stay alive. Two drops low. We'll get a full count. Brown at second. Ferenzi at first. Rawson at the dish. On deck, Jaslov, Tarosian in the hole. Takeda gets set. Payoff pitch is home. Rawson watches it. Good eye right there, just misses the outside corner, and he trots to first base. And is aboard for the second time today. Base is jacked for Austin Jaslov. Brown at third, Ferenzi at second, Rawson at first. Jaslov has reached in 3 of his 4 plate appearances today, doubled in the first and scored. Grounded out in the second, then was hit by a pitch in the 4th and reached on an E6 in the 6th. Swings and misses at 1 outside and low, 0-1. Military Appreciation Night at the park. We had the ceremony before the game that was on the stream. They gave every one of the veterans that was there a star from an American flag with the message on the back that I was shared. Every veteran at the game was given that, said, "I'm part of our American flag that has flown over the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and the winds caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten." Larks have done the Military Appreciation Night every year for the past my whole life that I've been coming to Larks games. And this year there was a good turnout. Veterans walked away with a gift and some accreditation. This one is going to be lined at Takeda. He walks off the field with a smile on his face. It'll be a 1-3 ground out. Takeda might not have been able to throw it better to the first base. Went right to Woolwine off of his shin, and Jaslove will leave the bases loaded. Larks score 1 in the 7th and take us to the 8th, up by 4. Top of the 8th, Austin Pute returns to the mound for his second inning of work. Struck out 2 in the 7th. Left a runner at third base. Starts off Connor Pulowski with a ball 1-0. Pulowski 0 for 3 in the day. Reached on an error from Jaslove in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th and popped out in the 6th. 1-1 is the count. Pewitt gets this one to get lined to the right. Terosian goes in, holds up, and lets it bounce. Probably a wise decision. And it will be a leadoff single for Pulowski. The 3rd time he's been aboard. This time it's a hit.
The third baseman, number 20, Brady Belke.
So go to Brady Veltine. Single and a walk on the day for him and a flyout. It is a right-handed pitcher up in the pen for Hayes. 2 of them actually. Chris Echeverria was the closer for last night's game, even though it was a non-closing situation. He came in for the 9th inning and struck out the side. See if the Larks want to bring in another guy for the 9th or let Austin Pewitt ride for 3 innings. No balls, 2 strikes here to Velteen. Pewitt looking for strikeout number 3 as a Lark. Delivery has some heat on it, gets a swing and a miss. That heater from Pewitt is hard to touch. He struck out 3 of his last 4 batters faced, all swinging. So 1 away, Boulder down to their final 5 outs, down by 4. Line to the right side and foul off the bat of Andrew Silva. Silva was hit by a pitch in his last at-bats. First plate appearance, and they go down as an at-bat. Oh, 1 drops low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Pewitt's looking really good since that hit by pitch. Hit the first batter he faced in the 7th. That was Moser. He stole 2 bases on it. Was on 3rd base before Woolwine's at bat was done. They got a Woolwine ground out. Pewitt looked. Moser back to 3rd. Runner takes off here, and he falls. And instead of going back to 2nd, where he was closer to, decides to go to 1st, throw down to 2nd, and then throw to 1st. Is going to be in time. And a lot of confusion there from Pulowski. And Hunter Rosson will be the one who throws him out at 1st for out number 2. The ball was away from Brady Evans. If he would have gotten up and just stayed going to 2nd, he would have been in safely. And I think it would have been wiser to go to 2nd instead of 1st anyway. He was closer there, but hey, we'll take it. Now we're 1 strike away from ending the inning. 1-2 count, bases empty, 2 away in the top of the 8th. One-two home, swing and a miss on outside delivery. Evans loses it. The throw to 1st is going to be in time. Pewitt strikes out 4 of his last 5, and Pewitt will wrap up the 8th inning, facing just 3 batters. We go to the bottom half. Hayes up by 4 on Larks Network. Bottom of the 8th, Jack Terosian will lead it off for the Larks. Singled back in the first inning and then walked in the third, and then since then has had 2 double plays. 1-0 is the count. New pitcher into the game, Dayton Stamper out of Colorado State University Pueblo. Swing and a miss from Terosian, 1-1. Stamper from Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's a 5'11" freshman righty. D2 player, no stats listed from Colorado State Pueblo. 2-1. Three-one. Stamper also was recruited as a shortstop, but is only going to pitch. 3-1 delivery will miss outside, and Terosian will be aboard on a walk. Second walk of the day for Jack. Third time he's been aboard. Take us to Brady Evans with the leadoff base runner. Evans on the day. 2 walks himself. Other than that, he's 0 for 2. Baseball Factory reported that Dayton Stamper's arm threw 82 miles an hour. Gave his arm grade a 42. In their translation, on their description says high school average varsity, versus Austin Pute, who was pitching for the Larks, was given a grade of 60 by the same company, which translated in their description to excellent / minor league baseball. That was in high school. 2-0 is the count to Brady Evans. Takeda will finish his day. He throws 3 innings. Jack Terosian takes off, and we won't even get a throw down. And he will steal his second base of the day, the 5th stolen base of the day for the Larks. There's a runner in scoring position. Always good to have a cushion run. 2-1 counts. Terosian has now stole 5 bases over the course of 3 games for the Larks. Two-one home. Evans is just a little too excited about that one and was early on the swing. We'll go 2-2 with the count. Evans has 1 hit this season. 3 walks. No run scored, but he has 2 RBIs, both in yesterday's ball game. 2-2, low and outside. Evans works another full count. Final line for Takeda. 3 innings pitched, 49 pitches, 71% of those in the zone. Gives up 3 hits and strikes out 2, walks 1. 1 run scores, but it's unearned. Payoff pitch to Evans outside, and he will walk. For the 3rd time today. Larks have now walked 8 times today. 5 of those between Evans and Terosian, who are on base right now as Jackson Halter comes to the plate.
The designated hitter, Jackson Halter.
Halter to the dish. He walked in the first inning. Since then is 0 for 3, but he did drive in a run with his walk in the first. He had a good day yesterday. 2 hits, a single and a double. Early on the swing, sends it to left center. Moser and Souvenir move towards it. Moser is the one who calls off Souvenir and makes the catch in shallow left center. So Halter will likely finish his day 0 for 4. Now to Leo Geminian, reached in the last inning on an error. And then he came around to score and he stole a base. Leo 0 for 8 this year as a Lark. First delivery, catches the plate, 0-1. Geminian from St. Lo, France, played in 122 games from 2014 to 2021 in France for French leagues. Added 300, stole 73 bases, and drove 70 runs in. He was a member of their youth national teams and was invited to their senior team at one point, and is still considered for them. Grounds one slid to third base, and he will beat out the throw and get his first hit of 2022. Infield single loads the bases for the Larks. And that's their 10th hit of the ball game. So bases jacked with one away. And Leo's speed pays off for him. So it takes us to Braden Lucard, his 5th plate appearance of the day. 1 for 4 with a strikeout, a ground out, a fielder's choice. Then he had a single in the 5th. This one drops low, 1-0. Braden Lucard doesn't have to travel quite as far as Leo Gemini when he goes home after the summer. St. Joseph, Missouri, only about 4-ish hours away. 2-0 to Lucards. Third base is to Rosian. Evans at second. Geminian at first. Inside delivery, 3-0. Last time the Larks, yesterday, they had a couple guys on board in the 8th inning, and Dylan Dreiling roped one to right field for a 3-run shot. I'm sure Braden Lucard would like to do the same. He swung on a 3-0 count in his last at-bats. See if Frank Leo gives him the take sign here. And he will take it, and it is above the letters. And he will pick up an RBI, his first RBI as a Lark, and scoring for the first time today, Jack Tarosian. 6 Larks have scored today, each run from a unique guy. Tarosian scores, Evans to third, Geminian to second, Lucard to first. Kind of reminiscent of that first inning when the Larks put 4 in a row on base. They put 4 out of 5 on base here in the 8th. Cade Brown, 3 singles and a strikeout, a run scored and a run driven in. Fouls this one off 0-1. Ferenzi on deck with Ross in the hole. Oh, 1 above the letters, 1-1. One away, bases jacked for the Larks. Cade's 5th plate appearance inside, called strike 2, 1-2. Stamper having a little bit of trouble here in the 8th inning, but did get that one to land in the zone. So in a third of an inning, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 1 hit on 20 pitches. Only hitting the strike zone in 7 of those pitches. The 1-2 home. Brown heads it to left field. Souvenir takes a step back, will make the catch in left. Evans tags up, heads home, and will begin standing up with ease. And it's a 6-run lead and a sacrifice fly for Cade Brown. He'll finish his day 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Evans scores. Now 7 Larks have scored. The only 2 did not score, Jackson Halter and Braden Lucarts. But Cade Brown with a great day at the plate, and you can't ask much more from your beverage batter. So it would have been for Renzi at the bottom of the order. His 5th plate appearance. If we get to Hunter Rosson after this one, will be his 6th plate appearance. Ferenzi 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 fielders' choices, and a run scored. Seven to 1. Larks have scored 3 runs over the past 2 innings. They scored 3 in the 4th and then 1 in the 1st. Frenzy knew it was a strike once he watched it and was frustrated that he didn't swing. 0-2. Leo pretty talkative out on the base path. Saw him chatting it up with the first baseman. Now he's talking to Arumbala at second base. He wants to score for the 2nd time today. The 0-2 home, and Ferenzi will strike out swinging. He'll go 2 for 5 on the day. Still a great day for Ferenzi, who scored a run back in the 4th inning. Larks put a couple of insurance runs on the board, and we go to the 9th. Hayes up by 6.
Where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Top of the ninth, Chris Echeverria will take over here for his second appearance on the mound this season. Starts off with a called strike. Pitched in yesterday's game, and it was a pretty simple appearance. Larks gave him an 8-0 lead to work with, and he struck out the side. 0-1 count, nobody out, nobody on. Larks up by 6 today. Swan will be chopped over the left side and foul. Dylan Souvenir at the plate. He's walked in his last 2 plate appearances and scored back in the 5th inning. In his other plate appearance, he grounded out to Cade Brown in the 2nd inning. Derek Woolwine on deck. Adam Moser in the hole. It's where he wants to go against the side and get them all out in order again, just like he did yesterday. This one's fouled off. Will stay 0-2. Echeverria threw 13 pitches yesterday. And 10 of them found their way into the zone. Another foul ball from Souvenir. Looks like Frank Leo is kind of working Echeverria to be his closer this year. Last year was Jose Velasquez that really found himself in a closing role, and he was lights out. Really had a great year for the Larks in relief. Echeverria, 12 appearances, 3 of them starts at Arizona Western this year, striking out 20. Swan's popped over the right side. Retreating is Hunter Rossett, and he makes the catch in the outfield, and we're 2 outs away from the Larks' 2nd straight win.
The first baseman, number 16, Nathan Stepford.
1 away, we're at the bottom of the order. It is Derek Woolwine. He's 1 for 3 in the day. He struck out in the 2nd inning, then flew out in the 6th, singled in the 5th. Pops this one up and out of play. Bounces, and the fan pavilion. Our grill guy, Gary Staub, made a play on it. Shout out to him. Tossed it to a kid who will turn it into the Lark's Nest for $1. 0-1 is the count to Derek Woolwine, the first baseman. Ball strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the top of the 9th. Oh-2 outside, 1-2. Echeverria, 5'11" freshman from the Dominican Republic, throws from the stretch, misses low, 2-2. Chris wants a new ball on the mound, and he'll get one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Larks have Cruz today. Got a run in the 1st inning, then went silent in the 2nd, 3rd, then had a good 4th inning. They scored 3. Been quiet in innings 5 and 6, and they got 3 runs over the course of the past 2 innings, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. Assuming that nothing crazy happens here, Larks offense will finish their day with 10 hits, 8 walks, 7 runs scored, and then they left 12 guys on base. As for the Collegians, they've got 7 hits of their own. They've walked 3 times, scored just 1, and left 9 on base. 2-2 home from Echeverria, popped out of play. To his delivery. Just misses inside and low. 3-2. Echeverria led the Matadors this year with a strikeout per 9 innings rate of 11.25. Led that group among pitchers with 10 innings plus pitched. He will walk his first batter of the season as Alargo and Woolwine will take first base. So 4 walks today. Now for the Collegians. Top of the order, Adam Moser was given the hat trick in the 5th inning when Sam Hendon struck him out. Ben Baker Livingston gave him 2 strikeouts, one in the first, one in the third, and then in the 7th his luck changed. He was hit by a pitch and then stole 2 bases. This one's hit well to left field. It is going to drop. Lucart takes an angle at it. It rolls to the warning track, and they're going to hold Woolwine at third base. Late double and a late rally. Moser now getting aboard his past 2 appearances at the plates.
The right fielder, number 4, Jackson Woolwine.
Off speed drops in the zone, called strike 1. Hayes up by 6 under the lights. Game 1-2 against Boulder. Larks will have 2 more home games after this before going to Colorado. They'll take on the Game Day Saints on Friday. It'll be a 4-game road trip. 1-1, and Echeverria will plunk his first batter. Shrugs it off. And we'll bring a 5th batter to the plate in the 9th inning. Woolwine reaches for the 2nd time today. 1 on a single, once now on a hit by pitch.
The shortstop, number 2, Ernie Arambula.
We'll go to Ernie Arambula. He's 1 for 4 with a single. Had a couple errors defensively. And has a good RBI opportunity right here. Game-tying run is in the hole. Big lightning strike in the outfield as that one was pitched home. We'll get 1-0. Echeverria looking for a ground ball here to end the game. Thunder starting to roll here. Cade Hare runs down to the bullpen to see if the righty that is warming up right now is getting close to being ready. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, bases loaded here in Hayes. Late on the swing is Arambula, sends it foul. Echeverria from the stretch. Time is called. Before he finishes his delivery, hold on to the ball. And we'll go 1-2 again. One, two, runs outside. We'll go 2-2. Matt Farin on deck. Connor Pulowski in the hole. 2-2 from Echeverria. It's a fastball sent down the right field side. It'll drop 15 feet in foul territory. Arambula doing a nice job of staying alive. 2-2 found off again. Austin Pugh will run out some new baseballs for home plate umpire Randy Jordan. The pace is really slowed down here in the ninth, and Echeverria is slowing it down. He's walked one, hit one, allowed one double, and could use an out right here. Larks have a 6-run cushion, but why give him any more runs? More lightning in the outfield. You wonder if that's going to make the game end early. Fastball runs outside, full counts. I did hear thunder earlier. Lightning doesn't look too far away. We'll see if the decision makers let this game continue to ride out. Only 2 outs away from it being over. Payoff pitch. Arumula stepped backwards when he swung, but it works. He goes over the head of Cade Brown. 1 run will score. They're going to send another one home. No, they won't. They're going to hold him up. And it's going to be a 2-out base hit RBI for Ernie Arumula. He has the 2 runs driven in today for the Collegians.
The catcher, number 23.
Woolwine to second, Moser to third, and scoring was Derek Woolwine. It's Jackson Woolwine who's at second. 7-2 lead. Boulder cuts it down by 1 run. Larks going to let Echeverria work. No need for a mound visit, they don't think. Delivery home, fastball low, 1-0. Echeverria is struggling with his location now, much more than he did yesterday. 1-0 becomes 2-0. Farron, no hits today. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Echeverria will spin around, look the runners at second and third back. Slow 9th inning. Fans ready to go home, go to bed on this Saturday night, 2-0. Thank you for sticking with us while you're watching on Larks Network. Be sure to watch tomorrow for Game 2. First pitch at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we'll step off and get time. 2-0, 1 away, 5-run lead for the Larks in the top of the 9th inning. Just a double play, a couple outs away from being over, and Echeverria finds a strike zone here, 2-1. Guy in left field warming up for the Larks. Not sure if he's throwing pen or getting ready to replace Echeverria. 2-1 home, swing and a miss. Come 2-2. Echeverria has 3 strikeouts, all in yesterday's 9th inning. Looking for strikeout number 4. Two, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Echeverria, and we're 1 out away from ending this one. That'll be the second time Matt Farron goes down on strikes. And a Connor Pulowski, the DH. 1 for 4. Started off the day 0 for 3. But then he singled in the 8th inning. It's the 7th hitter of the inning for Boulder. Ball here from Echeverria, 1-0. Endings like this that made me wish I was paid by the hour and not the game. Just really slowed down here, and other people in the press box complain about the pace, but we'll enjoy it. It's still free baseball on Larks Network. 1-0 becomes 1-1 after the foul ball. It looks like, again, I'm far away from Echeverria, but it looks like when he's between pitches, he always has a smile on his face. 1-1 home. Outside 2-1. Arumbala at first. Woolwine at second. Moser at third. 2-1. Outside 3-1. Don't want to walk in the run. It's cooled off big time in Hayes. A couple guys in the pen, or not pen, the dugout, wearing long sleeves now. One guy with a hoodie on. And Echeverria will walk in a run, and I don't think Pulowski realized it was a walk. And neither did the guys on the field. Now they're just taking off. Leads cut to 4. So Pulowski will pick up an RBI on the walk. He's reached base in the past 2 innings. Moser scores. Will wind to third. Arumbala to second. 8th batter of the inning, Brady Beltine. He's had a good day. Reached base twice on a walk and a single. Echeverria high and outside. Harp and Leo both get up to go look at the bullpen out in left field. 1-0, misses low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away. Bases loaded in the 9th inning. Tying run at the plate. Go ahead run on deck. This one's a called strike. I think that's Luke Terbeek up in the pen. He sits down. Two-one home. Inside, it rolls to the second baseman, Rawson. He'll field it in time and make the play at first. Larks give up 2 runs in the 9th, but they will still win it by 4 here in Hayes. So Larks lost their first game on the road, and they win their first 2 at home. Larks had a good day, led by Cade Brown. Brown, 3 hits, all singles, a 1 sacrifice fly, 2 runs driven in, and a run scored. And the Larks get the win. The win will go to Sam Hendon. His first appearance as a Lark is a win. Let's check out what's going on coming up for the Larks. Larks will be back tomorrow at Larks Park. Catch the game right here on Larks Network on our YouTube channel. First pitch, 7 p.m. Central Time versus Boulder. And the Larks will look for the series win and the series sweep. Then we'll have Monday off. And then Dodge City will come to town before we go on the road on Friday. Larks win at 7-3 here. Sam Hendon picks up the win. And the Larks get the bats rolling. And they give up 3 runs after a shutout performance yesterday. So we'll see you tomorrow night. First pitch at 7 p.m. right here on Larks Network. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. Thank you for tuning in to Larks Network.